Welcome Aries to your reading for November 2025. We're getting closer and closer to Christmas and the end of the year, which is great for some people. I just don't like how fast time seems to evade us, but still, time is a human concept. It's not real. That's all I keep saying, keep telling myself. It's time is cyclical. So yeah, are you going to be able to look back on 2025 knowing that you've reached every part of your potential that you could have done? That's the question. That's the question I ask myself, is what did I waste? Did I take full advantage? So we're going to get into this. This is for your Sun, your Moon, your Rising and your Venus signs, Aries. And it is a general reading, so please take what resonates and let the rest go. If you are interested in booking a private reading, you can do so via the link in the description below. So let's get going. We're looking at your general energy, your opportunity, your challenge, your unforeseen events and your advice. And I'm using the Grimalkin's Curious Cats Tarot, and I'm clarifying with the I don't know if it's the Inspired Neon deck, it's something like that, I think. So the first card, which is your general energy, is the Five of Wands. This is about rising above the competition, Aries. Whatever's going on here, you are thriving to be the best that you can possibly be. I feel it is competitive energy, but it's competitive. It's an internal competitive energy. You're just trying to better yourself, is what I'm sensing here. But you are definitely trying to rise above the competition as well. You're trying to get to the top of your game in some way, which is interesting. I've also got the Four of Wands, which is in your opportunity. And again, this very much is linked to this first card, because this is the opportunity to achieve some kind of goal or find the conclusion or completion of something, or the fruition of something. It's like something you've been striving to do or working towards maybe for some time now, and this is the opportunity to actually reach the finish line, and give yourself a sense of accomplishment and achievement, which is amazing. The Eight of Swords reversed is in your challenge, which is it's a card of freeing yourself from self-imposed restrictions, and that is somehow a challenge for you, because maybe you're not seeing it as self-imposed, maybe you're seeing it as external forces when it's not, but something's keeping you restricted in some way, Aries. I don't know what it is, but you're not giving yourself the freedom that you deserve. And it is because of negative constructs that you've told yourself that aren't necessarily true. The Two of Swords in reverse is in your unforeseen events. Again, this is feeling like something to do with feeling like you're being restricted or bound by something, which isn't true. It feels like you're being bound by some kind of difficult decision. Again, it's a decision that you've given yourself, a choice you've given yourself that you feel is necessary, which isn't necessary. It's again something here that you're being restricted by, because you believe that you have to choose between two paths, two options, two situations, which you don't. It's like you don't have to choose either one. You could just carry on as you are. Why are you making life harder for yourself? Why are you trying to, it's almost like trying to decide which side to take when it's not your battle, is what I'm getting with this. The Queen of Swords is in your advice. The Queen of Swords is all about truth and clarity and discernment and discipline. She doesn't beat around the bush. She doesn't make things more complicated than they have to be. There's always a simple answer. It may not be the answer you want or you're looking for, but it's the answer that will lead you to freedom and the truth. And that's the energy you need to adopt for this situation in November. So let's clarify. The Five of Wands, clarified by the Six of Wands reversed and the Nine of Pentacles. It feels like you're striving to get somewhere here, and it's not going to be easy. I will say that, Aries, it's not easy, but it does feel like something you're determined to achieve, which is good. It doesn't feel like it's something which is a burden or something which is just draining you. It's something that's actually spurring you on. It may be that there's no winner or loser in this. That's what it feels like. It feels like something which is developing your strength. It's, you know, it's like you go to the gym, you build muscle because it helps you get stronger, not because the outcome is that you're going to be better or the winner or anything like that. It's just you're developing. It's self-development is what I'm sensing here. The Nine of Pentacles is also coming in, which is what you put into this is what you get out. And there's a definite sense of personal pride here. Even though this isn't something that you're doing to be recognized, it's your own personal journey. So you're recognizing the improvements you're making every day, and you're very proud of those improvements. No one else would notice it, but you notice it. And you know, it's a little bit like if you are, for instance, let's use the gym analogy. If you're going to the gym and you were lifting weights, and the first time you go you can lift a 5 kilogram weight, and then you do that for a week, and the next time you go you can lift a 6 kilogram weight, and it's like, to you that's an achievement. No one else is going to notice a difference, but it's something like that. It's small gradual improvements that you know, that bear a huge significance to you. The Four of Wands is clarified by the Page of Swords reversed and the High Priestess. So you're getting something over the line, you're succeeding at something, you're finishing something, you're completing something, it's something that's maybe gone on for a while. The Page of Swords in reverse. It could be the end of a journey for you, but not in a bad way. It may be that you've been trying to qualify for something. Maybe this is a learning journey and you finally got there, you've finished, you've qualified, you've got the result you were hoping for, that you were working towards. You can put your pen down, you can close the book. You can rest your mind, is what I'm getting from this, from whatever this is about. The High Priestess, you're moving from the logic side of your brain to the intuitive side of your brain. It's like, I don't have to read the text anymore. I'm now moving into the realm of, how does it make me feel? What do I feel is the answer, rather than what do I think is the answer based on the knowledge I've learned. The Eight of Swords in reverse is clarified by the Ten of Cups and the Hermit in reverse. Just to go back to that last card, a good analogy for this is if you were learning, for example, if you were learning tarot, the first stage of that is learning. It's cerebral. You have to learn the meaning of the cards. You have to learn the suits. You have to learn, all of that stuff. And once you've done that, then you can dip into the intuition behind it. So it's a similar thing, but you need to translate that into how it resonates for you in your journey. So in your challenge, the Eight of Swords in reverse is clarified by the Ten of Cups and the Hermit in reverse. Ten of Cups, the Hermit in reverse. Difficulty in finding freedom with something because of self-imposed restrictions that you just aren't seeing, or you're not getting, or you're convinced it's other things that are getting in your way that you have no control over. The Ten of Cups does indicate it's something to do with family, or the people you call family, or the people that you regard in your life to be close enough to you. They hold a place in your life as important as family could be. And it could be that it's that someone in your circle that is holding you back, but not in a bad way. Not, you know, it's like they've made you believe that their need for you is more important than your need for something else. It's like a sense of obligation is what this feels like. Or there could be a fear here as well, that whatever the next step is that you're taking, you've decided you can't do because you need to be close to your family, or you need to be close to these people, and you think by doing this is going to take you away from them, which is not true. It's just something you believe, but it's not true. The Hermit in reverse, again, is this, you're not listening to the messages that are being given to you. You need to dig deeper. You need to do some soul searching. You need to understand the journey you've been on to continue on the journey you're meant to continue on. The Two of Swords in reverse in your unforeseen is clarified by the Queen of Wands and the Seven of Swords. The Queen of Wands is you, Aries. This is you. This is your fire energy. At the end of the day, you're in charge. You're in control. No one else is. And you've always been very aware of that. You know, that's been your mantra. That's been like, I decide, I make my own mistakes, I follow my own path, I do it for myself, not for anyone else. Very, very much so. But for some reason, something's got you caught up, and you just need to remind yourself of that mantra. The Seven of Swords is your strategy. It's what is the plan? Take the unnecessary off the table, because it's like there's a clear path here, but you're being distracted by a lot of winding, unnecessary routes that seem to be covering the clear path that you were always on, and you need to see past it. And then in your advice is the Queen of Swords, clarified by the Ace of Wands reversed and the Hanged Man reversed. Don't let anyone put out your fire, okay? That's what the Ace of Wands is about, is someone's not even, it could be you. It could be a part of yourself that's suppressing your own fire. The Hanged Man in reverse is feeling uncomfortable, or feeling a sense of sacrifice, like there's something you have to give up here in order to get something else. And that might be the problem. But the truth here is that you are suppressing your own fire for some reason. I don't know why. Something makes you feel uncomfortable, or like you're under a spotlight, or you're out of your comfort zone, but you're meant to be out of your comfort zone. Because this is about a challenge, and you need to face the challenge head on. You don't normally have a problem with it, Aries. I don't know why. Maybe it's facing some kind of truth that you're having difficulty with. But it is just the next step. It's the next stage of your journey, and you've got to get past it to keep moving. So let's do your oracle. So this is the, gosh, of course I can't remember. It's the zodiac 108 deck. Yeah, the Z108, the Zodiac 108 deck. Right, let's choose that one. It's a bit bent, this card, for some reason. That's okay. So we have number 9. How interesting, it's got the Aries ram on it. Can you see? Under the number 9. So it says shield. Defensive, protect, support, safeguard, block, guardian, stand up for, being prepared. Heroic, stronghold, security, ward off, unwanted energies, be on guard and withstand. All of these words are just very Aries traits. So the defensive, are you being defensive in some way? Are you defending something that doesn't need defending? But definitely you need to stand up for who you are. You know, do the mirror practice, Aries. Stand in front of the mirror and tell yourself who you are. And, you know, drum it in, because there's something's being lost, or not being lost, but something's being questioned that shouldn't be questioned. Ward off unwanted security, ward off unwanted energies. So those are those internal negative energies that seem to be clouding your judgment in some way about yourself and about your capabilities that you really need to work on. Be on guard. Be prepared. You are heroic. So yeah, it's interesting. Thank you guys, as always. Thank you for your love, your support, your encouragement and your engagement that I return to you tenfold. I'll see you next time. Enjoy the journey.